ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Great Ace Attorney. I'm Karen Maku.
I'm Doom Dragon.
It's been a minute. We finished Balin.
We did. We recorded Balin yesterday, got to the final episode. I wanted to kill myself, and here we are in another long, drawn-out pile of shit.
We're at the, we're 1/3 of the way through the trial, I believe.
Yeah, and we've been recording for 3 hours. We are 3 hours into this shit. Okay. Excellent work, Ryunosuke. That was superb.
My heart was in my mouth the entire time.
Keep that confidence up, sport. It was almost unbelievable. I mean, looking at you in there. You were drenched in sweat, your eyes popping, your knees knocking, and you were grinding your teeth, just like our first date. It was a grim sight, but before I knew it, you'd started finding inconsistencies in the testimonies. Testicle moans. I think you might have natural talent for being a lawyer.
Forget it. It's terrifying. If I get through this, I don't ever want to see the inside of a courtroom again.
I also don't want to waste 3 days in a court before actually getting to the trial. Ha 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 ha. Ah, you sweet summer's child. Anyway, looks like we've exposed our phantom lady at last.
Yay. She's becoming
real.
tangible.
She's real, just like my girlfriend, I swear. Miss Giselle Brett, a student from Great Britain, is she? Not gonna be great for much longer once America gets onto its feet. You just fucking wait.
You just fucking wait. They're coming.
Like, I'm pretty sure at this point they are still like rocking from getting their shit kicked by a bunch of farmers with pitchforks. That's what I was trying to tell. Oh, it's you.
That's what I was trying to tell everyone from the start.
But we didn't believe you because look at your face.
Dr. Wilson wasn't alone. There's a young woman with him, like I've been saying all along.
She shot him because he gave her a bad grade.
That would be fucking hilarious.
I can absolutely see that being the thing.
I actually don't know the reason why she did it.
You have, haven't you?
No.
What are we talking about?
I might not be overly confident in the courtroom, but my powers of observation are one thing I'm sure of.
You've been popping a chub through half of this. Yes, I can see that. So, about this young gentlewoman. Thanks to our detective friend, she was hastily escorted away from the scene, it seems. Did you see what happened with that?
No, I didn't see any of it.
Well, shit.
I was just on my way out of the restaurant myself. Then, on the floor next to Dr. Wilson's table, I noticed there was a gun lying on the floor. I'm so glad you said floor twice. And just after I bent down and picked it up, I shot him in the leg by accident.
She's like, here, catch! And she throws the gun into his hands.
I didn't have time to think about where the sound of the gunshot had come from. The waiter ran over to me, and while looking as white as a sheet, he bundled me into some sort of small pantry next to the kitchen.
To save you for later. To be declared guilty.
Where do you think they get their meat? That's you.
Sorry. Fast thinking by the detective. He apprehended his suspect without a moment's delay.
Yes, and because I was shut in a pantry, I had no idea what happened outside in the dining area.
That...
Yes?
Because, like... Okay, so he was told to, like, not... To basically tell everybody that the woman wasn't there, right?
Who, Ryunosuke?
Yeah, the detective. He was...
No, Ryunosuke isn't the detective.
No, like, the detective was given the order to, like, say that
cover up the lady's existence. That was his orders.
But Ryunosuke is saying that the detective put him in the pantry because he thought that he was the suspect.
Well, yeah.
So, alright. So he just saw this, like, woman. I like to imagine he saw her holding the gun pointed at the professor's chest. But then he saw Ryunosuke and was like, he's closer.
Well, we saw the opening cutscene. We know for a fact that, like, when he rushed out of the kitchen, he, like, saw Ryunosuke holding the gun, and the guy was dead from a gunshot.
I guess so.
So it could have been that he didn't know that the lady was involved, just that she was there and needed to be, like, quietly escorted out.
I guess so. It's just...
You're very suspicious of this man.
Yeah, I'm sure he's, like, acting with the best of intentions. It's just kind of odd to me, the sequence of events, but maybe I'm just dumb. I firmly believe that we need to send our brightest young stars overseas to learn all they can. That's why I wanted your friend to go to jail. He was holding you back.
Get your gay ass in London.
I wanted to avoid a situation that may have resulted in your study tour to Great Britain being cancelled. Well, shit. It makes no difference. Lawyer or otherwise, if I'm the kind of man who can't help his best friend avert the worst crisis of his life, I shouldn't waste everyone's time by going to study overseas anyway.
What? What are you saying, Kazuma?
I'm saying let's run away together. So that's your stance. I was afraid you'd feel that way. And he pulls out a gun and shoots Ryunosuke.
Kazuma.
Well then, looks like it all comes down to you, young man. Don't look at me.
To me?
Yes, to you. You need to prove your innocence.
Innocence.
And uncover what really took place in that restaurant. I must say I very much want to know the truth. After all, I have a personal connection to this case.
Come to think of it,
I'm the killer.
He said the same thing earlier this morning, didn't he? If you don't mind me asking, Professor, did you know the victim?
No, I knew the killer. Cuts to him looking in a mirror, just like, Yes, I did. As you're probably aware, Dr. Dawn.
You good, my guy?
No.
You got home 3 hours ago. You should be well rested enough to do this.
I know, man. Dr. John H. Wilson was a visiting professor at UMA. And it was I who invited him.
Oh, I see.
So it's your fault he's dead. I didn't know that before. It's because I didn't tell you. Stupid. Anyway, you're about to go into battle. Take this rifle. And knife, because apparently there's no limiting what someone can walk into a courtroom with, I guess. The victim was a university professor from Great Britain, and a well-known one at that. Naturally, our government is looking to identify and punish the culprit as quickly as possible. Hang on. Oh, man. Okay. But let's not forget who we're going up against. The gentlewoman whose involvement our police bureau went to extraordinary lengths to hide. I don't know about extraordinary lengths. Yes, and I'm sure the prosecution will be using every tool at their disposal to quash your case. But I've no doubt that you pair will put up a good fight. Right to the last. Best of luck.
Ah!
Why'd you slap me? It's a good luck slap.
Thank you.
Now then. I have to go now. My people need me. I need you to run an errand at the university at once. There's something I think we may need. Oh, so your stand is long range. Good to know.
Of course. Good luck, Kazuma-sama.
Who are you?
Because it's like, she said Sama, which is like a sign of greater respect. Like, higher than San, or whatever. Yeah. But, like, imagine her saying, good luck, Kazuma-sama, and then Kazuma's like, I'm sorry, who are you?
And then she just fades from existence.
Naruto, court recess is over. Please make your way back inside the courtroom at once.
Make sure to wipe your feet. We saw what you did on the seesaw.
Damn it, I was hoping no one saw that.
It's time. Let's go back to it, partner. Let's go in there and deal a decisive blow. Before these old fossils know what hit them.
Don't hit the fossils, they're delicate.
And then it cuts to Ouchie on the other side of the door. He's like, I'm not that old.
You see Ouchie like walking in behind him and he just hears him say that and gets upset. Kazuma.
I'm only 38. That's practically middle-aged.
One of the bailiffs is like, wait, you are? You're file says that you're 51.
Shut up. What?
Thank you, really.
What for?
Well, if you hadn't said you believed in me, then I'm fairly sure I'd already have been found guilty by now.
Look, a bird. I have faith in you.
You dummy.
As a lawyer and as a friend.
I didn't
And
start
also potentially a lover.
I didn't start the timer.
Oh my god! Oh well.
I think we're like 13 minutes in, so I'll just try to compensate for that. Coming from you, that means a lot. Sorry.
Just staring at him wall-eyed.
Sorry, I was like doing math. If I'm found guilty in this trial, he's really going to give up his dream of studying abroad. That's the kind of true friend he is. So this isn't just my battle anymore. Whoever we're up against, we absolutely cannot afford to lose.
Unfortunately, I'm not as good a friend as he is. And then you run out.
All right then. I'll save the thank yous for after the trial.
The thank you skays.
Shut up.
You can treat me to one of those sukiyaki meals I like from Yume Cafeteria on University Street. You know, it's across from 1-2 Actual Lane. With an extra large portion, of course. I don't have any money.
I'm broke.
All my money's going to paying my lawyer. Oh, wait. 22nd November. The court hereby resumes the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Guilty says what? What? Shit.
Please shut up.
Prosecutor Ouchi, have you managed to subpoena the witness?
Yes, Your Excellency. Against all odds. Ow. And thanks to a certain young... What?
Stripling.
Okay.
Or stripling.
I don't know. One of those stripling.
Basically means newbie.
The prosecution is now under rather painful scrutiny from the government.
They're looking into my taxes again.
Sorry. My assets are frozen.
Huh. I haven't paid them. Ever. And you're not gonna catch me now!
I found out about taxes 10 minutes ago.
And I am in hot water. Let the government scrutinize. That's their job. It's nothing to worry about.
Sorry.
You
Oh,
good?
yeah,
there you
that's
go.
me. I keep forgetting that Ouchie is me. Because I never play a man. Hang on. It's highly unlikely that the good relations we forged with Great Britain will emerge from this trial unscathed.
I mean, not that big a deal.
Will you still think it's nothing to worry about when the new treaty breaks down and our nation flounders? Or founders?
I think that was supposed to be flounders. They just fucked up. I think
yeah,
that's,
I was on a roll and then, hang on, I'm gonna look that up.
that has to, because founders is, you know, founders, the people who like establish something or whatever.
Hang on, I could have a second meaning. Let's see. Sinks.
Wait, seriously?
The second definition for founders is sinks.
That's stupid. Why not just say flounders?
Cause fuck you!
Why not just...
It could be a trick of like, they take the L away and, I don't know, like they just change it to a word that sounds like another word so you have to look it up and realize it's right.
I guess, but why would they do that?
Cause fuck you, Cody. Fuck you specifically.
You know, I hadn't even considered that. You're right.
Again, terribly sorry.
Who cares? It's just Britain. If the friendship between our nations is really so fragile, then the treaty isn't worth the paper it's written on.
I'm cool.
Look at my bandana that's constantly moving, and also this katana that I am, again, just allowed to bring into a courtroom, I guess.
It's 18th century Japan. Leave him alone.
You really have nothing to worry about, Ryunosuke.
What do you mean?
A secret trial, anxiety over some foreign government's opinions, a bungled investigation, missing witnesses. I can keep going on. This is just what the judicial system is about. Is this what our nation's justice system is? Is this the Supreme Court of Japan or of England?
Shut up! Shut up, you jumped up rookie boy!
I gotta do some cocaine to calm my nerves.
No, it's opium, Cody. This is Japan.
You're right, you're right. Some of that sweet, sweet opium ought to calm me down. I haven't had some in 5 whole minutes.
You and your friend know nothing. Nothing of the situation our nation finds itself in. By allying ourselves with the great world power...
Alright, again.
We'll become strong. Diplomacy has never been more critical. Steady political maneuvering is what...
Moving.
Shut up. Steady political maneuvering is what we...
What will?
Shut up.
You've got this, man.
Is what will secure our futures.
Did a little too much opium, I guess.
Shut up. I won't deny that I am no expert. I'm just a student, and one who could arguably study harder, too.
He admitted he's guilty.
He admitted he's stupid. He's guilty.
Unlike me, I got a 7.
That's high, right?
It's as high as I can count, so it must be.
But standing here now in our Supreme Court, there is one thing I feel very strongly.
The knife pressed against my back.
A country that fails to uphold the truth in its justice system is a country with no future at all. Ah!
Damn it! Next thing you know, they'll want women to be able to vote. Well said, Ryunosuke, despite the wide-eyed look of terror.
Well, you don't have a gun pointed at your head right now. You little brats!
Thank you, Council. This court is the pinnacle of our nation's justice system and exists solely for the pursuance of truth. Everyone else sucks. And then there's just the violent national anthem of America playing in the background. With that in mind, this trial will now resume with the next witness taking the stand. And the
God, I need to show you that awful video from fucking Nickelback where like they're playing the song so like bad that DMCA can't pick up what song it is.
I need to show you that video of like a guy at a wrestling match trying to sing the Texas anthem, or the American anthem, and he's just like, like he's just mumbling, and one of the fucking wrestlers, who's this enormous man, is just fucking crying.
But anyway, amazing. Giselle Brett, everybody.
Yes.
Yes.
A female.
Your Excellency.
I hurt my head.
Anyway, we're down to some bird shenanigans.
Her character is Bird. I like how the only fucking woman in this trial has no goddamn lines that we can read.
No, she has lines later.
Oh, later?
Yeah, I never showed you it, but she does, like, she does talk.
Okay.
A woman!
A wooga!
Wow, wow.
His eyes pop out of his head and he pulls out a mallet. Everybody's just like,
You hear like a thump
like,
from underneath the table.
And then it just cuts and shows that he's like actually just on the floor having a seizure from all the opium he's doing.
There's not actually a woman in the courtroom. Well, what a delight it is to welcome such a fine gentlewoman to Japan, and from such a distant land.
England? Tea! Someone bring English tea! In England, no discussions take place without tea. They just never talk to each other unless there's tea in their hands.
Is that true?
No idea. Well, I mean, luckily Britain's a made-up place, so you can just say whatever you want about them.
So,
What's your blood type?
Could we possibly trouble you to state your name and occupation for the court?
Of course.
I am the guy who lied to you.
My name is Satoru Hosonaga. I'm actively dying right now.
I have tuberculosis and you all need to be tested right now. No one saw it, but I was doing his pose too. Yes, we all know, we know all about you already.
Inspector Hosonaga, where are your manners? In England, it's always ladies first.
Is that true?
No idea. Get ready for this scene to
Aren't
replay
you going
like
to Britain
7
or
times.
London or whatever? You need to know this shit.
Yeah, it feels like you're, like, you know, maybe shouldn't just go there with a katana and a headband that apparently has sentience of its own. More importantly, a little earlier today, you said something to me. You said your powers of observation are the one thing you're sure of.
Oh, yes, I think I didn't I?
Then observe this, and he pulls out his katana and runs at the judge.
It's all been a long con.
Yet your description of this amazing sight was simply a woman.
Sorry, birds are completely invisible to me, just like glass. I can't see glass, can you?
I'm actually made of glass.
I'm made of bird.
I'm made of glass, she's made of bird. You can see how those two things just don't mix well together. Sorry, Ryunosuke. The powers of observation aside, your powers of description are sorely lacking.
Guilty.
She is, as the Americans say, a hot piece of ass. And again, oddly bird-themed, I guess.
So, dear lady, once again, if we may trouble you for your name and occupation, please.
Giselle Braille, professional bird lady. And then it's just swan honks. That's how she speaks.
God, I wish I could do that.
Every time she speaks, it's just the sound of a swan.
Oh my god, can I like look up swan honking sounds and just put it over her talking every time? Every time it does this like gibberish at the bottom.
I would fucking love that. So it's just every time it goes and like every time she talks, it's just... I didn't understand a word of that. Don't worry, women don't need to be understood.
I'm terribly sorry, dear lady, but what?
Nanny the fuck, as they say in my country. You know, the country you're in. He's also just super racist. Just honking directly in his fucking ear.
Racism is like a big
man.
theme in this game.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it's not like they're intentionally being racist because the developers are hateful. It's just that these are early times and a lot of people were racist.
Yeah, there's like... I don't think there's a single black person in Japan.
Well, this game only has one case in Japan. The rest is in Britain.
Oh, did you know that there's like a picture of a fucking Native American chief with a goddamn katana? Can you imagine?
The lady says her name is Giselle Brett.
Sorry, that just came to me.
She
Like,
comes from London, England.
I'll go back. She's a visiting research student, currently enrolled in Yume University's medical faculty. I'm still dying, so my words aren't right.
Oh my, what a rare treat to hear the dulcet tones of the delightful language of the British people.
You simp. Go do opium in the corner.
I'm afraid I don't understand a word you said, but it was as beautiful as a hummingbird's song.
No, wait, it was as beautiful as... Oh yeah, you did it. You did it right. I don't know why. For some reason, my brain didn't say that was right.
'Cause I'm a woman, and thus as you, a man, needs to tell me that I'm wrong.
Alright, calm down, Livewire. As far as I can tell.
We were talking about Livewire before the recording started.
Mostly we were talking about, like, that one feminist chick in Powerpuff Girls who was just like, you can't arrest me, I'm a woman.
And I want Susan B. Anthony coins.
The detective is translating her words faithfully enough.
Well, I would believe that Kazuma knows English since he is going to Britain.
Yeah, I feel like if you're going to study law in Britain, you need to, like, the language barrier might be an issue.
And we all know for a fact Britain isn't going to accommodate him, so he needs to accommodate himself.
Oh, yeah. Because they didn't accommodate America. Look where that went.
Yes, I agree.
I feel like people meme on, like, the British Tea Party. Do you have any idea how much money that cost Britain?
Well, that was the point.
Yeah, like, there was, like, it wasn't just that we throw in tea. It, like, that tea was in little bricks, where, like, a sliver could make 50 pots of tea. We threw billions of dollars worth of tea into the ocean.
The sea life must have suffered that day.
Oh, of course. Having to be
not
forced.
that they cared back then, but...
Like, it's just so funny that it's ridiculous. Okay.
You'll obviously do fine in England, Cosmo. Her English doesn't rattle you at all, does it?
It's a filthy, hedonistic language.
Fucking hell, guys.
But I guess I can power through. Nor you. You've clearly been paying attention in your English classes, Ryunosuke.
Thank you. Thanks. Ooh, thank you.
The court thanks the beautiful lady for taking the stand. Now, if we may trouble you to confirm something, Miss Brett.
What?
Did you do it?
Yeah! And then Hosonaga, like, comes out and, like, explains the question. No!
She's a Yas girl, too. She's like, yeah.
Oh. She infects Japan. That's why they become the way they do. She starts it.
The only thing she can speak in is fucking swan honks and fucking Yas.
Oh god, I'm not gonna be excited to put the fucking swan honks over her fucking voice.
Oh man, this is great. I'm having a great time. 3 days ago at a restaurant called La Carnival, a grim murder took place.
Yeah!
The court has been led to believe that you were dining there with the victim, Dr. Wilson, at the time. Is that correct?
No.
Did you do it? You can tell me.
Just that she's only able to speak in yes and no's because she doesn't know how to communicate.
You can tell me. I'll get you off if you do the same for me.
Hang on, we kind of have to just, like, let them talk.
Yeah, because this is just sort of happening. She says yes.
This could take some time.
If only we could simply translate for the goddamn fucking... who cares? So he just starts doing that in the middle. So even though she's studying here in Japan, she can't speak any Japanese. Typical English person.
No.
I like how it says Brett for her name tag, too.
Well, because are you going to put Giselle up there? It's just easier to call her Miss Brett.
I guess so.
Because she's British. She's a Brit.
He's just sitting there like, man, this honking is really fucking annoying.
Man, I'm so glad that... I don't understand English, but I perfectly understand Swan.
The swan on her head, like, is a real swan, too. It just occasionally attacks Hosonaga. Oh, man. Swans are heavy, too. Those things can weigh like 10, 15 pounds. She'd like to apologize.
Lays an egg in the middle of the way.
She'd like to apologize for disappearing from the scene. She said that she was due to make a presentation at the university, so she had to leave immediately. The murder was sort of a secondary thing to her. Interesting, when you're the one who engineered their escape. I was just following special orders from the Bureau.
Really? Well now, dear lady, would you be so kind to cast your eyes over this photographic print?
It's my penis.
First dick pic. Seeing as you were so unfortunately present at the scene of the crime, could it be that your resplendent eyes caught sight of the wicked perpetrator, perhaps? Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 honk, 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 yas, yas, yas.
I don't know what she's saying.
Apparently it was a very frightening and sorrowful sight. Do you mean to say? Yes, it would appear that the lady did witness the crime. The very moment when the accused, standing right in this courtroom, did a kickflip over the table and then shot him. Not sure what the kickflip was about. She also has a baby on her back.
Everyone's just carrying babies for some reason.
They're not even theirs. Order! Order in court!
Did you hear that, Your Excellency? Here we have an absolutely conclusive witness statement.
Not really. She's a lying English bitch.
I believe that's hearsay.
Do you think that really exists? Do you think they care, Lonnie? They will arrest you because you were seen with the victim 3 years ago in the background of a photo. Like, it's fucking... Well, it looks like it's clear now. You lied to me. You are the murderer.
Cosmo chops off our head.
Clear who our real enemy is. You!
Then he kills us.
Unfortunately, I will have to ask you to formally testify, if you please. Kindly tell the court the exact nature of this frightening and sorrowful... This frightening and sorrowful sight you described. Honk, honk, honkity, honk, honk.
And then she speaks back in real honks. Okay, we're in the witness testimony, so we're gonna call the episode here.
Oh, wait, seriously?
It's
I mean, I guess if you want to do that.
because it's like I didn't like start the timer at the beginning of the episode, but we should be over the 30-minute mark.
We might have to, like, do longer episodes of this.
Are you sure? Do you want to do 1 hour episodes?
Maybe.
Starting from, do you want to do it in this episode, or do you want to like start in the next episode?
Let's do it in this episode, because we're already at the testimony.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Let's keep going.
Although I think we're only going to be able to do like 2 episodes, because I gotta go dig a hole later.
You gotta dig another hole. Not the same one that I posted on Twitter a long time ago.
Yeah. There's just a single... The only thing I've ever posted on Twitter is just a goddamn...
The hole.
It's just a hole. I had arranged to meet for a slightly late luncheon with Dr. Wilson that day. The professor was unable to eat, so I ordered for myself only a beefsteak. I didn't eat the whole thing. My bird ate most of it. After a while, the accused came over to greet the professor, and they got into a fierce argument. Then, not long afterwards, the accused took the professor's gun and shot him right before my eyes.
Holy shit, did you feel that?
Yeah.
Shook the whole courtroom.
God, is this necessary?
Yeah, letting her speak in English while Hosonaga translates? Yes, absolutely.
I don't carry a gun myself, so obviously I couldn't have been the culprit. Also, I'm a woman and too frail to lift a gun.
Oh, look at my weak baby woman arms. I can't lift gun. What are you talking about? Watch this. And she like goes to a stack of paper. She's like...
Ignore this 10-pound swan on my head right now.
It's not a real swan. It's made of paper mache.
I love to imagine that it is a real swan, though. Like, occasionally it just attacks Hosonaga.
Just straight up, like starts goosing on people.
Yeah.
No, I didn't have any kind of argument with the professor at all.
Is Ouchie gonna simp?
Quiet, you cock!
A woman is here.
Look at you, you black-hearted blackguard. You look at, and look at this Snow White angel. I'm sorry, I am so angry and can't see.
Why are you angry?
I don't know, I'm ouchy right now. I'm sure even a dark-minded scoundrel like you can imagine whose words the court is going to believe in the 18th century.
Especially me. Let's be honest here, we all know it. I'm gross. Opium, anybody? You're still making the same mistakes, Ryunosuke.
What form is opium?
You smoke it.
Ah. And? Like, is it a crystal? Is it a powder?
It's powder.
Powder? Okay.
Yeah, it's made from, like, poppy seeds.
Okay.
Like, grind it up, I think.
Oh, so they're... Okay, never mind.
The ramen noodle story.
Yeah.
Yeah. You mustn't blurt out when you're goated like that. There's a lesson you need to learn.
I'm sorry, but you told me to do that, like, at the start of this trial.
Yeah, you're really giving me conflicting information here, buddy.
Are you sure you should be going to Britain?
Are you actually a lawyer? He just starts sweating.
He's not actually a lawyer. But he's so annoying.
Of course, I was at the scene as well. I took statements from this lady and the 2 witnesses who testified before and reported back to the bureau.
Except it's proven that you manipulated the other 2 diners, so how do we know you didn't manipulate her as well?
Yeah, you've already been, like, well listed to manipulate evidence. Wait, okay. If he took their testimony before he got the report to hide her existence, maybe there's something in their original testimonies, but I don't think this game is going to go that far.
Yeah, no, that's not coming back up. We're going to dig out the information we need from these 2.
Okay. Then never fucking mind.
Hello, I'm Miss Hotness.
I'm the sex appeal.
Sorry, that's still you.
It was decided that Miss Brett was not involved, so I let her go. You're lying, dude. You
Skibbity-bop-bop.
Skibbity-bop-boop-bop. The testimonies of the last two witnesses were completely worthless, however. Well,
that's not my fault.
I'm not the one who told them not to mention the mysterious Englishwoman. Shit.
That was the Bureau's fault.
Well, even so. Shut up. On the day in question, the lady was wearing the same outfit as she is today. As you can see, there is nowhere about her person where she could conceal a firearm. I call bullshit. There are multiple locations.
Heck, even in her hair, she could probably hide a firearm in there.
Or maybe in the goddamn 5-foot hat she's wearing.
And she, like, throws off this massive hat, and there's, like, a small-ass pistol up there. I would think she could hide a gun almost anywhere in that outfit if she wanted to.
Yeah, like, dude, come the hell on.
Unless and until the precise location where the witness is to have hidden a weapon can be shown, this is moot.
That's kind of a weird thing to choose to argue because... Alright. There are no pockets in my outfit. I have nowhere to hide a gun. Those are the witness's own words on the matter. What?
That's ridiculous. If only I was allowed to lift up her dress, I could prove it.
Ryunosuke, calm down. Don't think about doing anything rash, Ryunosuke, you goddamn pervert. That's Ouchie's job.
I'm sorry.
You alright?
No.
You need a minute?
Yeah, but I don't have a minute. But I didn't fire the gun I picked up. There must have been another gun there that day.
Well, can you prove it? You're right about that, which means this lady was hiding a gun somewhere.
You know, it's real funny because ballistic markings don't exist yet.
Oh, yeah.
They can't prove that the gun he was holding wasn't the one that was fired.
I guess so, you're right.
God, isn't it fun when you play, like, an investigation games and, like, modern technology used to solve crimes don't exist? Are you having fun with your little tassel thing? Your little strings?
Leave me alone. Yes, that's what we have to prove now. And to do so, we will need to pull her testimony apart. So also, I mean, you can't say that, like... Alright, never mind.
Ryunosuke just runs up to her and just, like, just underneath her dress.
It's like, just because she's wearing the same outfit she wore at the time doesn't mean that she would still have the gun on her.
No, but if there's, like, a pocket in her dress that could hold a gun, it would be...
exactly shaped like a gun.
It's a gun-shaped pocket. But I was about to say, it's like, if she has a pocket on her dress that, like, could hold a gun, it's in court today. Not the gun, the pocket.
I guess so. The defense may now cross-examine the witness.
I don't want to.
She's annoying. And English.
Yes, Your Excellency.
She's British. We can't even tell that she's actually here.
Look at her. She's
intangible.
She's so white she might as well be a ghost. And then she fades. It's like,
Shit, if only we had exorcists. Or no, mediums, sorry.
Spirit mediums don't exist yet.
Damn it.
Unless.
Okay,
arrange for a late... Which statement sounds like the weakest to you? She ordered a beefsteak, which we know for a fact she did. She was the only one able to eat.
This little tiny-ass woman ordering a big-ass steak. We don't have a way to disprove that.
Oh, but, like, if we press the statement, we could find out if she was, like...
What the argument was about, maybe?
Then, not long after, the accused took the professor's gun and shot him right before my eyes.
What evidence do we have again? It's been a minute.
Oh, right, yeah, you should probably see what evidence we have. So, in my attorney's badge is the post-mortem report, photograph, business card, which this is, I think, useless now. Crime scene photo, and then there's the medical report card that says he was at the dentist like an hour before coming to the restaurant.
Yeah, I can't see how any of this would help.
Like, I could see, like, one of these pictures being important.
Maybe. I would say press the argument because you need to prove, like, maybe what we were arguing about.
Got into a fierce argument. Press.
Yes!
I never got into an argument with the professor. All I did when I noticed him was go over to say hello.
Please, don't get angry. Sorry, I forgot.
No, I wasn't directing that retort at you. It was meant for the lady next to you.
The swan bitch.
But anyway, as I said, I did not argue with the professor.
I mean, you don't have a way to disprove that, but, like, I'm afraid your words are in vain.
Sorry?
Miss Brett does not appear to speak Japanese.
No, of course not. Japanese is such a cumbersome language anyway.
I like how he's enough of a simp to be racist towards himself.
English is the future. We must all speak. I can't read
Supiku.
English.
Which, like, that's racist.
Yeah, but he's Japanese. He could do that.
I guess so.
I don't know. Is it racist to search English or Japanese? I think it's Japanese.
I think this is just... He's so high on opium and racism that he doesn't even know what he's doing anymore.
So high on racism.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You've never just been racist for Cocoa Puffs?
Damn, you right. I'm always racist for my Cocoa Puffs.
I wonder if the prosecution will feel that way forever or only in the presence of a beautiful woman. I mean, she's okay.
Well, that beautiful woman is telling blatant lies with a complete straight face. I have to find something that will unravel her testimony, no matter how seemingly insignificant it may be. What was going on?
Nothing. I just got a text from somebody.
Okay. Let's see.
Anyway, it seems that after the argument, the accused briefly returned to his own seat. That part ties in with what you said, doesn't it?
Yes. I still had some coffee to drink.
And the next time you got up after that...
was when I finished my coffee and stood up to leave.
Bitch.
Bitch!
Then not long afterwards, the accused took the professor's gun and shot him right before my eyes.
Okay, there's one more statement after this.
I don't carry a gun myself, so obviously I couldn't have been the culprit. I can't see how any of the evidence you currently have would help you, so I think you just have to press.
Yeah, someone has to give me something in one of these statements. Let's see. Let's press this one, because I don't see how the first two is helpful.
So it's either this one or the last one.
Yes!
Like I said, I did not shoot that gun.
All I heard was, like I said, I did shoot that gun. And like I said, there's no point repeating that assertion over and over. Well, okay then.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Well, I wasn't expecting to be attacked by my own side.
Nevertheless, defendant, you can't deny. No, never mind.
Yeah.
That when the shot rang out in the restaurant, you had a gun in your hand.
Okay.
Oh, it's you.
Yeah, you took Ouchie from me.
Sorry, no, it's in my brain. I wanted to...
You wanted to what?
sing like big butts.
Why?
I don't know why, because it's just like, you can't deny. You like big butts and cannot lie about it.
You're dumb.
I'm stupid, man.
Well, yes, that's true, but...
Then you did it.
But all I did was pick up the gun I saw on the floor next to the professor as I was leaving the restaurant. In fact, yes, there was someone much closer to the victim than me.
Objection!
That will do, you dirty, rotten scoundrel.
You sack of shit.
Dirty.
I took a bath a week ago.
Your baseless accusations could very well cause an international incident, boy.
Eh. It seems to me that your accusation is just as baseless as ours.
It's the fucking stupid laugh. What nonsense.
The lady is merely stating what she saw. Look at her smug bitch-ass face.
And this is already an international incident as far as I'm concerned anyway. Okay, I do not care. So this has to be the statement. We have to, like, find out how she got a gun into the place.
Yeah, because I don't know they register firearms at this point, so...
You can just get a gun.
Yeah, man.
Yes!
Although this is Japan. I don't know when they, like, made it so strict so that, like, no one could have a gun. I don't know. It's all very well saying that, but can you prove it?
Now it's your turn to prove a negative. Absolutely. I verified it personally.
You verified it?
I wore the dress, and let me tell you, I worked it. Yes, immediately after the incident, I checked to make sure the lady was not carrying a weapon. I distinctly remember her saying, "I'm not." It was good enough for me.
That's all you did? You just asked her?
Well, what was I gonna do? Search? I'm not a cop. Surely you carried out a physical search, Inspector. No, I didn't feel like it.
Why on earth not? The Honorable English Gentlelady, or Gentlewoman, clearly stated that she did not possess a weapon. There was absolutely no need for any further probing into the matter.
You son of a bitch. Or there was no permission given for any further probing into the matter, perhaps.
Think what you will.
I will.
Okay!
I guess you got me there.
But if you're going to continue with this, fucking preposterous claim that the refined lady was concealing a firearm, the prosecution demands that you support your assertion with facts.
In other words, he wants evidence. Or opium. The lady wishes to point out that of course she wanted to stay and assist with the investigation, but she was in a hurry to give a presentation at the university, so she was compelled to leave. Not to mention the fact that your office had told you to get that woman out of here.
Well, yes, but...
Not get her out of there, I just urged her to leave. The lady would like to point out that she was in no way meant to run away from the scene of the crime.
But we told her to run away from the scene of the crime.
But, you know, in fewer words. Which is why she is only too happy to cooperate and testify here in court today, of course.
Unlike a certain student who refused to admit when the game is up.
Punk ass.
Oh god, imagine just the prosecutor calling you a punk ass in court.
I think you just lose.
I guess you just lose. You could at least have the courtesy to pay attention when I'm goading you.
Alright, cool. So she's maintaining that you got into an argument with the professor, at the end of which you shot him.
Which is an out-and-out, totally unfounded lie.
I don't care. Still, her statement is very compelling. After all, she's an elegant, refined, young, and beautiful gentlewoman from Great Britain.
Well, that last part's a deal breaker.
In stark contrast to you, dressed from head to toe in a dull black school uniform.
I'm dressed exactly the same way as you, yeah, you are, except for the flapping red ribbon.
It's actually a tumor. Well, anyway, this is our only chance to expose her testimony as the fiction that it is. If we can't do that, the trial's over.
You good over there?
Hmm?
Your voice is doing something.
Don't worry about it. Even you, with your thick skin, must be able to feel the murderous looks you're getting from around the room.
Only too well. I'm half dead already. And the fact that I can't see a single inconsistency in her testimony isn't making me feel any better either.
The first thing to do is press her on any of her statements that seem even slightly off to you.
Yep.
Do that, and an opening will present itself. I promise you.
I need to expose the true face of this exotic foreigner that's hiding behind the mask. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! That's what I should be aiming at. I can't read. That's what I should be aiming for in this cross-examination.
I guess you could also push why she was having the lunch hidden.
And arranged his late lunch. The professor was unable to eat, so he ordered beefsteak. Okay, so these are the only two statements that we haven't pressed yet.
Yeah.
So let's just start from the beginning.
Yes.
After after 2 p.m.? In fact, that's really quite a late lunch, isn't it?
Objection!
You don't keep up with the latest fashions from Britain, do you? Late luncheons are
I don't know. En vogue.
en vogue, isn't that right? No.
It's all swirly. Oh, that's stupid. God damn it.
She's saying that in
No.
English.
A decisive English no has quite a sting to it. Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
The gentlewoman is currently working in the victim's research laboratory, it seems. So it was apparently a daily occurrence that they would lunch together. But on the day in question, the victim had another appointment at the clinic first.
Wait, really? Yes, which we can prove from the medical report card that was submitted as evidence earlier.
That's right. Miss Brett and the victim went to lunch following the victim's treatment, which is why it was so late. Yes, that all makes perfect sense.
All the characters you're playing have deep voices.
Well, I don't know what else to do. I have to do like so many different voices that eventually they kind of just meld together.
Such wonderful logic. Well, what a shining example of English intelligence this fine gentlewoman is.
Shut up. So you both arrived at the restaurant. What happened next?
I shitted and farted.
I think we've pressed everything.
No, there's this statement. We haven't pressed this one.
I guess so, but I can't imagine.
Yes!
It implies that she knew about the thing.
I guess, but that doesn't.
He was unable to eat, you say. Besides, some of these games just kind of have a press around area where, like, in order to advance, you have to press all the statements.
Ah, okay.
He was unable to eat, you say.
I'm guilty, you say. Please.
And that was because he just had a tooth removed at the Hada clinic, correct? I keep wanting to say the Hottie clinic, and that's not what it is.
The Hottie clinic.
No, that's the actual location in Phoenix Wright. Remember, the gross pink-haired old man is there.
Right. Huh. That's right.
You're supposed to actually check with the witness before answering.
Was Miss Brett aware of that fact? No. It seems so, yes. She'd heard that the professor was to have some dental treatment.
You laughed at me for saying Hottie clinic.
I don't know why. It just sounds like the name of a porn studio.
Yeah. So that would mean that it was you who ate the steak pictured here. Is that right, Miss Brett?
Damn, you demolished that hoe.
There's like plates and plates of like already eaten steak.
Damn, bitch, where'd all that go?
Her fat ass, do you see it?
That's right, yes. The print you have there shows the table exactly as it was.
Left.
Sorry, my brain short-circuited. Exactly as it was left after the horrifying events.
Exactly as it was left? Dear me, what a harrowing experience! To have traveled to a distant island on the far side of the world and be embroiled in such a tragic incident.
Sometimes I forget Japan is an island.
Britain is also an island.
Yeah, but Britain sucks.
And Britain is smaller than Japan.
Yeah, but Britain sucks. British people cook like they hate food.
They do. Have no fear, my dear lady. I swear I will crush the evil fiend that has subjected you to this terrible plight.
Like, British people cook like they actively hate the process. And also they hate eating.
They hate themselves.
They just hate everything, so they're just like, get the fucking shit, throw a fucking eel in the pie.
This is you.
So the victim, Dr. Wilson, had nothing to eat or drink at all. At all? Or at all. That's right, other than some carbonated water.
Just water?
Yes, the professor was unable to eat, but he had been given permission to drink water. So it appears that the diners toasted their lunch with a glass of water each.
That sounds awful. Especially if you're eating a steak.
Yes, steak with carbonated water sounds like a very unpleasant experience.
Not to mention, carbonated water tastes like dust.
Ugh. They each raised... That's you.
They each raised a glass of carbonated water. Carbonated dust.
What do you think, Ryunosuke, about the witness's last test?
It's very meaningful.
It proves she's a bitch.
That last statement of yours, Miss Brett, has a profound bearing on this case. Well, how fascinating. Do tell us what this profound bearing... what is this profound bearing,
I don't know.
I was just saying things.
The significance of the statements will become apparent when the time is right. Just you fucking wait. The defense calls for the witness's last statement to be formally added to the testimony.
Well, sidestepped, counsel.
Proving that your friend there is stupid.
I, too, had a stupid friend.
They left me. Very well, Miss Brett. Kindly repeat what you just said to be added to your official testimony. Gladly, she said.
You completely forgot, didn't you?
I zoned out hard because I was thinking about other stuff.
That was brilliant, Kazuma. I'm going to remember that one.
No, you won't. Which one?
The significance will be apparent when the time is right. I could really use that phrase. You good, guy?
Yeah. You can't use that phrase. I copyrighted it. I'd hope that there are some more useful tips you're picking up from this experience than that, Ryunosuke.
Nope.
Joke's on you, I won't.
I won't.
They said cheers over a glass of carbonated water.
I can be your carbonated water.
I'm just not entirely sure how that all, like, blends together.
I got it. Hang on.
Yes.
Can you, like, not right now, Cody?
Sorry, man. I got the reflex to text people when they text me. I don't like it sitting there.
Well, we're about to end the episode. You can text them back when we're done.
Okay. What did you present? I wasn't looking.
Hang on. This.
Oh, this?
Yeah, because look at it. Can you see what's wrong with it?
Oh, there's only the one glass of carbonated water.
Yeah. And, like, if it was left this way, if it was left exactly how it was when the event happened, there should be 2 glasses.
That's very obscure.
Yeah.
That's a very
That's it. Let me just confirm something, please. It's to do with this photographic print.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm scared.
And then he pees himself, but no one can see it because his clothes are dark. Just a short while ago, you spoke of this print showing the victim's table at the crime scene. That it was exactly as it was left.
I guess this helps to prove that, like, the scene was tampered with.
Yeah.
That is correct, the lady says. I was also the voice for that. You know that toy where, like, you rip the cord and it spins a little arrow?
Well, it's very odd. It's odd.
It's odd, weird. It's odd, weird and odd. It's odd. It's not even. It's the opposite of even. It's odd.
Dear me, what's odd is the defendant's inability to express itself.
This coming from the most repressed man in this courtroom. Ryunosuke, what is it about the print that looks odd to you?
Well, thank you, Mia, but, well, obviously it's the cheers. The cheers.
It's a great show. Have you seen it?
Miss Brett told us that she and the professor said cheers over a glass of water. But if that's true, there should be 2 glasses on the table, not 1.
I did a math. You're quite right, Counsel. There's only 1 glass pictured here.
Objection!
Are we supposed to be impressed by this nitpicking over...
Minutiae.
Yeah, that one.
It's minutia.
Whatever. What possible difference does the presence or absence of a glass make on a case?
Objection!
I can't imagine anything more miserable than eating a steak with a tooth pulled. Minutia, you say?
Eating a steak and then like drinking water after it.
Ugh, that just sounds awful. I don't know what drink. I guess wine pairs pretty well with steak, or at least I'm told, but... Could it be that the detective here removed a glass from the table to conceal the lady's presence?
Soda's also pretty good, but they don't have that yet.
I guess so, yeah. Did you ever think that's stupid? Did you take a glass away? Idiot, dumb, stupid, dumb, dumbass, idiot. Of course not. Fuck you. I would never do something so... Sorry, the tuberculosis is really getting me.
But there should have been 2 glasses on the table.
Are you also getting tuberculosis?
Yes, you've spread it to everyone in this room.
TB. The B stands for buddies. The T stands for terminal.
Are you going to try to tell me you can clink with only one?
I mean...
If you break it in half, you can.
Yeah. You're quite right. I certainly took 2 glasses to the table. Swan, escape with me! And the swan flies away and takes the hat with it. And she's like, alright, I thought I tied that better.
No, it's tied to her head, so it would absolutely take her. Yeah, this is old times where they have a ribbon to tie it onto your head.
Oh, yeah. She hits the window.
She hits the window like a goddamn fly and falls into the... Oh, God, what's it called? The jury?
Yeah. And she just lays there and does like what birds do after they hit something, where she just spasms on the fucking floor.
Because she's trying to get her wings upright.
Oh, man. It would seem that it was Miss Brett who took the glass from the table.
Oh, wow, what a shocker. Let's end the episode here.
Oh, shit, this massive revelation.
That Miss Brett took the glass, which means she had something to hide a fucking glass in.
She wanted to gather his blood to drink it later for youth. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Great Ace Attorney. We hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.